Hey guys, Rebel Engine 95, recording live from the local county prison cell. This is going to be another thing that I'd been putting off for a while. I've got a pretty sizable list of things that of predictions, or not predictions, of analysis videos that I've been putting off. So let's I'm not gonna increase my schedule or anything because that's not up to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to do this while I can. Um, but this one's a big one. This one's one I'd actually really like to see. For a couple of reasons. A, they're two. The two characters are kind of not obscure, but they're in they're in people talk about them and everything, and but they're from games that um are kind of a little hard to translate into something like Death Battle. Let's hey, let me just say it so everything I'm saying will make sense. It's Geno from Super Mario, from Mario specifically Super Mario RPG, and Sans from Undertale. Now Undertale is a very popular game when it came out, and has been very popular since, and it's got this big fandom. So I'm not gonna pretend like Undertale didn't is obscure or anything, but Super Mario RPG was kind of obscure for a while, but then ended up, then after people wanted Geno and Smash for whatever reason, it kind of came back into the limelight. But the point is, this is kind of a big one because this is A, the representation both these characters I think deserve. B, the fight would be really, really good. And C, the battle music would probably be a combination of Forest Maze and Megalovania, so that's obviously going to be awesome. Um, well, let's get into it then. So, I'm not going to talk about the individual characters' abilities because I'm going to be spending most of my time probably translating RPG feats and achievements into real world applications. So I'm not gonna be giving a biography. Oh, Geno is a character made from the. It's no, it's just gonna be like a fight analysis. So both of these characters are very similar in the sense that they're kind of glass cannons. Geno being super fast, super heavy hitting, but having low defense stats, not being able to take as much damage as the other characters. Sans literally has 1 HP. And while there's ways around that in the boss fight, that that I don't know how 1 HP would translate. Would that be if he takes one hit he's dead? Or would that be he just has really, really, because if that's the case, then I don't care what you're talking about. I don't think Sans can win this. If it's literally one hit and he's dead, they can't. It has to be a complete sweep, and I don't think he can do that. Against Geno anyway. Um, but and then okay, in game in his boss fight, Sans will dodge the first 22 attacks that you throw at him, which does that mean that in any given fight he can dodge the first 22 attacks, or does that mean he's just really good at dodging? I think it's probably the latter. And then there's the whole Fritz shoots lightning at him so he can dodge lightning. So okay, yeah, that would be probably just saying that he's able to dodge very well, not that that's some in-universe rule or something that he dodges. He can only dodge the first 22. That would be really specific and weird. The other thing is gonna be like, the push button mechanics obviously not gonna be a thing in here for Super Mario RPG where you can, hit the button at the right time to do more damage. That's just, that's an in-game thing, obviously. But things like the Geno boost, for instance, in-game only boosts up allies. Will that be... Does that mean that Geno can't use it on himself? I would say probably, just because that's a little unfair to take something that has never been shown to work that way and say, oh, well, because he can, if he can boost other people, that means that's kind of a leap in logic there. So, yeah, but essentially, Geno having, um, the multiple hand cannons, he's got the Geno beam, what is it, the Geno whirl, I think it's called, um, Geno Black, raining stars down and stuff like that, the Geno Flash and all that. So getting into the actual analysis here, um, my money's gonna be on Geno. Okay, my money's gonna be on Geno for the fact that, like, while we've never specifically seen him do feats like this, he's fighting. He's fighting characters like in space and on like a cosmic level. He's fighting interdimensional beings and like higher beings. And his speed stat. Now this is kind of a leap, but this is what I think the thing that they would use. His speed stat is 30 in game, whereas Mario's speed stat is 20. So if we take Geno as being 1.5 times as fast as Mario, and then we take some of Mario's old feats from his battles and stuff. Well, they said that Mario had the same reaction time as Sonic, or around the same reaction time as Sonic, meaning that if Geno's 1.5 times faster than Mario, he would have his reaction time would be 1.5 times faster than that. So we can clock Geno in as and if Mario has the same reaction time as Sonic, not that he can run as fast as Sonic, but that would mean that we can attribute Sonic's level of speed onto Geno, essentially. Not like moving speed, but in terms of reaction speed. So Sonic feats that involve like dodging or anything like that, we can say, okay, the Geno could do that as well. Um, so essentially, Sans' ability to dodge lightning, which Geno has also done, except it was magic lightning, so you'd have to determine whether it follows the same characteristics as lightning or not. You would have to be able to. So, I think that if it's a matter of just speed and Sans is just really good at dodging, Geno is eventually going to hit him. And if we say that, oh, 1 HP means that he literally dies in one hit, or is it just, oh, he has really bad defense and he's very frail, either way, Geno has a ridiculously high power output, so, comparatively at least. Now, with the kind of control elements that Sans would have over this fight, like, the soul controlling and all that, and the karma as opposed to doing like poison-esque damage as opposed to just doing straight damage. um I mean, that would become a thing because, again, Geno doesn't have very high defense either, so if he's having his health drained, not as in like Sans is absorbing it, but it wouldn't matter anyway because he has 1 HP, but in terms of his health being like drained away, yeah, that could affect the fight because Sans would just be able to, dodge, 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 dodge until Geno's weak enough to just finish off with the Gaster Blaster. And then he can, if Geno gets too close, Sans can move his soul around and make his body fly off to the side. But essentially, I think that Geno's just too fast for Sans to just continue dodging the whole time for like a war of attrition kind of outcome. And I think his level of attack is just too like the fact that he's able to like make stars rain down from the sky and like make like a supernova type of effect with Geno Flash. I think that's kind of just too much for him to deal with. So I'm gonna go with Geno on this one. Anyway, Purple United 5, see you.